This is a poem that I wrote kind of about where I work, which is a famous open-air museum in the northeast, which you may have heard of. And it's a museum that documents the history of the northeast, which is a place that, like Kate, I'm not originally from, but is very close to my heart, as is the case for many people here. So this is a poem called The Stranger. She has clouds for hair, white and fluffy and permed, which makes me think maybe she was a giant who scraped her scalp in the sky before being squashed down so that the skin on her forehead folded into ridges of formidable wisdom. And though she's not so lofty at 5 foot nothing, I'm still scared of her stature, grown by years of growing up on the inside. And in her gentle Tyneside twang, she softly teases it until through the clutter and clatter of gentle chitter-chatter, the question falls, plummeting through like an awkward lead balloon, shattering the polite veneer of the light-hearted mood. And my shoulders sink, while my chuckle and chortle, which were so at home, realise they are standing in a crowded road, wearing nothing more than the Emperor's new clothes. Embarrassed, they scuttle and scatter for cover behind the fading lines of my fading smile that slips at the centre and slides at the slide, overcast by a shadow of a frown across my eyes. I know she doesn't mean to be rude. I can tell from the tone and the warmth that she uses. The question was thought to be of fairly harmless stuff, but the accusation comes, and in a moment of conversational lull speaks all too true. You're not from round here, are you, son? I've heard the same many times before. Sometimes it's covered in the clothes of curiosity. So, where are you from? Other times the sneer of a curling lip is barely concealed as, you a student then, is half jeered. I know they don't mean to offend, but the same question asked over again and again, and I start to ask myself, John, where are you from? As I draw back from the depth of this pondering, I see the waters of her grey eyes, wondering if sometimes I go deaf too. She repeats soothingly this time, you're not from round here, are you, son? The second time, I'm better prepared, and so I say something profound, like, no. This confession creeps out from the deflated and defeated lips of a poet who can't pin down a way to explain, I wish I was. So I scratch at straws. I've been here for 7 years, I say, try 70, her eyes reply. I grasp again, my dad's from quite nearby, not near enough, she says and nods. But I know the history and the heritage, I cry. She silences me with a smile. But you learnt it from a book, and it's written in my blood. I trail off, admitting defeat. A stranger unmasked, my folly revealed. I can wish all I want, but I'm not from round here. Maybe, in 50 years, my choice to stay will be worth something, but today I'm a stranger looking for somewhere to belong. A shoot clinging to a crack in a crag, a seed settled in a slither of soil, blown in on a westerly wind, just long enough ago that those western hills are no longer home. There, where hills and streets remain though minor change, the city still looks the same save the faded paint, but feels worlds away from the place that once was my world. Hills and streets are strange, nose and teeth within an unfamiliar face. I squint and strain to make the old smile stay, but those childhood haunts won't remain. Removed to the top shelf of memory, for that place has changed a little, but I have changed a lot. And now it can't stay the same, translocated to reaches beyond roads and trains, and so, consigned to wandering, I become a stranger once again, who struts and frets a weary hour, but looking up from self-absorption finds other strangers and pilgrims, also walking towards a home they've never seen, and searching for the place they feel they're from but haven't been. Although, if I'm honest, I don't think we'll find it this side of Pilgrim Stream, but nonetheless, let us make progress, my friends. Build strong and build high, reset broken bones and fractured lives, bound hearts we unbind, to dark places bring light, plant deep water well, for those without voices we yell, louder for them than for ourselves. Ruined homes to rebuild, homeless brought under shelter's wings, dignity bought for those without clothes, welcome to those who no one else will know. Build strong and build high. Reset broken bones and fractured lives. Lead as we follow, hand in hand with one who has eyes of a king. He is also grey, but with wisdom, not age. Wrinkles wrought not from worry, but from welcoming smiles. All at once he is also a giant, yet still the right size for me to stroll by his side. We are two men I once saw walking by a river lined with trees. Two men bristling with youth who have known each other for 1,000 years, who have taken all the paths and yet have places to explore. There is no more on their hearts to share, yet they speak simply to hear the sound of the other smile. Like whispering thunder, singing a melody of notes that taste of summer rolled into spring, the taller of the two speaks. I've been to where you're going, and you're from round there, son. So take hope and take heart. Dig deep and run hard, for as a stranger yet a while longer you will roam, but soon you will find your way home.